The gag is T and the finna is gat. When the gag is T and the finna is dead, oh sis, I'm as dead as a chop. Hello very much. I'm going to be talking about how I discovered Ethel Cain. I actually kind of want to put like discovered in like quotes because it's like, oh, I discovered her, like she was like nothing until I made her famous. Like we all know the real one who discovered her, that was Obama. No, I'm joking. I don't even really know like how that whole Obama thing, I've just like seen like stuff on like the internet, but I don't really know like was she on his Spotify Wrapped or something. Whatever, that's besides the point. But today in this video I'm going to be talking about how I discovered Ethel Cain and basically my Ethel Cain journey over the past year, because well, it has been a year since I discovered her with Nettles when that came out in June. I'll explain how now, I guess, since we're starting. Okay, so I was watching Love Island and there was a song in the background. It was something like, you won't be on your own, we won't be on our own. I don't even know what it was. It was like some sad like sequence when the girl was crying on like a recoupling ceremony. Why do we watch stuff like that? It's entertaining, whatever. So that was that. I searched the lyrics up on Spotify because I was trying to find that song because it sounded good. I never ended up finding that song, but thank God, because now that I'm actually thinking about it, wow, like butterfly effect. I wouldn't have had my whole Ethel Cain obsession over the past year if I like didn't want to find that song on Love Island. Anyway, okay, so Nettles obviously came up because it was like the same lyrics. When I clicked on the song, I don't know if I like put together in my head at that moment that that was like the Ethel Cain that I have heard of before, because obviously even though I like never listened to her like really, I've obviously heard of her before because she's like so popular, and of course she's like so good. It's actually kind of funny, like there's so many like artists I hear of that I just don't listen to, and maybe one day I will once I like decide to, and they're actually like really good. I clicked on Nettles and I was like looking at the lyrics of it, and I was like, this isn't the song, so I just like clicked through it and I like got out of that. I don't know if it was the same day, it could have been the next day, a few days later, I'm not really sure. I'm a little weird and I can remember like dates that certain things happened for like no reason, but I think it was June 21st when I originally saw Nettles before, like a few days before that day. I don't remember that, but I remember it was June 21st and I was sitting in my room and all of a sudden I was like, actually I want to listen to that song, it sounded pretty good. I don't even know if I remembered how it sounded. For some reason I just searched it up again. I wasn't even sure if I was pronouncing the title, not that I was saying it to myself, but I wasn't even sure if I was pronouncing the title Nettles correctly, because I don't know, it's not really a hard word to pronounce like looking at it, but I wasn't sure. I listened to it all the way through. I don't remember if at that point I was used to long songs and I thought like the 8 minutes was like wow, but now I'm obviously like Ethel Cain indoctrinated, or is that even the word to use? I don't know, but like now long songs like don't faze me. 15 minutes, okay, like you know what I mean? It's actually crazy because then I watch like people react, like my favorite YouTube videos to watch reaction videos, and when they react to Ethel Cain they're like, oh, this song is 6 minutes, but like obviously I guess we're just different like that because we like Ethel Cain. I'm sorry. Okay, so then I listened to the song like I said. I remember listening to it the whole way through. I might have even played it again, and then I think I added it to my playlist at that point. I think like a couple weeks went by. I don't know if I really listened to it like normally. I don't really remember too much because Virgin by Lorde came out. I was bopping to that, whatever. And then some point around the beginning of July, like July 6th, 7th, just some point at the beginning of July, I was working out because you know I'm so strong. No, I'm really not. I have this little machine where like it's like a climber, so I was like doing that thing, following a YouTube workout video tutorial, like chud activities, okay, like go to the actual gym, come on. And I decided to put Nettles on. I don't know if my playlist was on shuffle, but I doubt it because I'm very particular with how I listen to my music. Like I have a whole playlist, but then I put it on shuffle, but then I just like queue up all my songs in the shuffle and it never actually ends up playing on shuffle. Like I'm choosing what I choose out of the shuffle. So I don't know why I even shuffled in the first place. So yeah, that's that. And my sister is calling me, so I guess I'll answer that. Okay, so my sister's good, just in case you were wondering. But anyway, I was working out, you know, like I said, on my little climber machine with the YouTube video tutorial, and I decided to play Nettles. I was listening to it, and this is like the first vivid like moment where like I was transcended by the magical Hayden Anadonia. I don't even know, whatever. No, sorry, it's not whatever. Ethel Cain, easier. So I was like transcended. What am I even saying? It was beautiful. Like, it was magic in my AirPods. I hit a flow state, and I was just like, wow, I need to get on this. Like, it was like the best song I ever heard, and ended up being my top on Spotify Rap that year, obviously. So I decided that from now on I'm following Ethel Cain, and she is a queen. I saw that Willoughby Tucker, she had an album coming out later in the summer, so I was like, amazing. And then I saw like the F Me Eyes came out. I was like, wow, who is this queen? I cannot wait for this album to come out. And I know that maybe before even listening to Willoughby Tucker at all, I probably should have listened to at least Preacher's Daughter, but like the way that I listen to music personally is that I like to have my time with albums. I need time to process one and enjoy my moment with one. You know what I mean? So I was like, I'm enjoying the singles for this album. This album's gonna come out soon. I'll listen to the Preacher's Daughter album whenever next. So I had my whole Ethel Cain Nettles F Me Eyes moment for the first half of July. And then the second half of July, I didn't forget she existed, but like I had my moment with those songs. I was moved on for the moment. I was waiting for Bite Me by Renee Rapp to come out. I ended up not liking it in the beginning of August, which is whatever. I was like, okay, Willoughby Tucker better save the summer, because I was starting to get nervous. I was like, I'm like anticipating this album so much, and I've only heard these 2 songs by this person. Like, am I even gonna like it? Yeah, so it was August 8th when that came out. So on August 7th, I didn't stay up till midnight because like I just didn't. I woke up at like 7 a.m. I remember the next morning, and I had my trusty, beautiful iPad plugged in actually no, I didn't have my wired headphones at that point. I used my AirPods, and I listened to the album, and wow, I like instantly just knew it was something special. The very notable thing that I could think of from my first listen for sure was Tempest. Sometimes it takes like a lot of time to process songs and actually like start loving them, like knock at the door. I don't remember how I felt about it the first listen, but Tempest, like first listen, I was like, and it's funny because then that ended up not even being my most like played song out of the album. In the end, I think the songs that I ended up playing the most from that album besides Nettles would be like Janie, A Knock at the Door. I really love the whole album, honestly. Like, there's only 10 songs, so I'm like trying to think. It's like 3 interludes, and I'm like, just to be clear, I don't know if I made it clear in the beginning, I'm going to be going through my whole journey with Ethel Cain. So then one of the other albums I listened to, I still haven't even listened to her complete discography, because obviously I'm taking my time and I'm waiting for when the moment feels right to listen to whatever album, or I guess I just have EPs now. I don't even know if technically, like, maybe people in the comments could let me know. So is Preacher's Daughter technically considered the only album, or is Willoughby Tucker considered an album? Because I saw that apparently Perverts is considered an EP, because like the real albums are like Preacher's Daughter and whatever, like not. So like, is Willoughby Tucker like considered an EP to her, or do we just all call them records? My dog is barking at no one. Just you and me who live here, girl. She stopped. Oh yay. That was annoying. Actually, it's not annoying. I'm not one of those people who like get really mad when their dog barks, because sometimes I go to people's houses and their dog barks once just because they're excited that someone's at the house or whatever, and they're like, shut up, and you stupid like dog, and they just like curse at their dog, and I'm like, you have a dog, dogs bark. Like, that's kind of what they do. Now, in around mid-August now, or to late August, I was still streaming, what's it called? Willoughby Tucker. Oh my gosh, am I okay? But then I started also listening to Audrey Hobert when her new album came out. Oh, and when Ethel Cain posted Phoebe on her story, that was also amazing. Amazing song. Listen to Audrey Hobert if you haven't, by the way. Like, she's definitely not the same vibe as Ethel Cain, but I mean, I like both, so maybe you would too. I don't know. So I was listening to Audrey Hobert's album because that was like the moment I was having. Like in the beginning of August, I was having my moment with Willoughby Tucker. I remember specifically listening to Janie on the way to the beach. That was amazing. One second. I was saying that I had a memory of listening to Janie on the way to the beach. That was literally peak, or on the way home from the beach, and that was peak cinema. Like as the sun was setting, and I was shirtless in the car. Wow. Anyway, I actually have to go. I'm going to see my friends for dinner. I don't want to go. I'm actually having fun. I don't want pizza, and I'm just gonna get like bloated and feel like disgusting again. Okay. I love you. I'll be back, I promise. It'll be a second for you. Lucky. It'll be an eternity for me. I just feel awkward canceling stuff. Like, I hate doing it. Like, they could have been, like, what if they loved me and they were anticipating this all day and they're like, I really want to eat pizza with user 4. Whatever, okay, yeah, so that's what I'm gonna go do. I'll be back. Love you. Okay, I'm back. Pizza wasn't that bad. I left early with the excuse I had a stomach ache, and then they gave me like a whole box of pizza that now I'm gonna devour at home. Before I get into Preacher's Daughter, I wanted to also mention that in like the middle of August, I ended up downloading SoundCloud, and around like late August, September is when I like started listening to the unreleased stuff. I'm gonna be quick about it. A few of my unreleased favorites are definitely Crying During Sex. I think that's everyone's unreleased favorite, to be honest. Homecoming was there, but I don't know if that was my favorite. I feel like I really like 78 Fahrenheit. Verona's really good. And what else? Tongue. That's the only unreleased ones that stand out to me at the moment. I know there's a lot more, and I'll get into them like at some point, but like those are a few that I remember for sure that stand out. I'll punish demo too, but we're gonna get into Perverts, so I'm not gonna talk about that now. But oh my god. Before we talk about Preacher's Daughter, I should have showed this before we finished Willoughby Tucker. I actually got the Willoughby Tucker vinyl because of how much I loved the album. It was just, so I got the vinyl. I'm still working on trying to get a vinyl player or record cassette. No, it's not called a cassette, whatever it's called. Turntable, is that what it's called? But yeah, sorry if you can hear my dog. She's like walking around. She's like nervous in the rain, I think. She like has this problem. But yeah, anyway, got this. Love it, beautiful. Just thought I'd show you guys this picture. This is the insert that I got. I actually like the other insert better, I think, but this one's still very pretty. Like it's a cool drawing. I like it. Yeah, it's good. Turned another light on because I feel like it looked like I was kind of mogging. I'm leaned up against a TV, and I have the TV on like a soft brown light. No one cares. Anyway, so I don't remember where I heard American Teenager. I mean, I remember the first time I ever heard American Teenager was when Gracie covered it. I don't know if the Ethel Cain fans like Gracie Abrams. I'm sorry, but I do. When Gracie Abrams covered it on the Leica version for Triple J. Also just saw Ethel Cain, Triple J, Angels and Fuselage. Wow, that's an amazing song. I'm glad she put me on that. Anyway, sorry, what the hell? It's just not my year. Like I love that part. I was like, wow, like, I didn't know what the song is. I saw it with Ethel Cain, and but this was before Willoughby Tucker. I'm talking back in 2024. But anyway, and then I don't know when, but I just decided to listen to American Teenager in around late September of last year, and I really loved it. I had that little moment with it. It was kind of like its little single before I listened to all of Preacher's Daughter, which I planned to do that year, last year in October. And I wanted to do it sooner, but I wanted to give myself a little moment with Taylor Swift's new album. Yeah, and that ended up being what it was, and I was like, okay, so I guess not. And I ended up listening to Preacher's Daughter because I'm not here to hate anyone. Like I don't like hating on people. I just genuinely did not like the album. I'm sorry, but yeah. So then I ended up listening to Preacher's Daughter instead for the beginning of October, and really all of October, honestly. When's the first time I listened to the whole album in full? Oh yeah, I remember. It was this one random afternoon. It was sunny outside, and it was October, like I said already. I decided that was the day. I listened to it. I really liked it. I don't know how. I already knew Hard Times somehow. I didn't know this song, but I just knew it was about what it's about. I don't know if it was clear to me that Ethel was a character. No, it was. But I saw what Hard Times was about. So when I like listened to it, I really was making sure to pay attention to the lyrics. And wow, like that was a lot. Like I just want to sleep. Like and that what's it like bleeding whenever you want. And like oh my gosh, wow. I really love that song. That's probably my favorite song, Preacher's Daughter. Like overall, it's probably my most played song. I think it is. My most played song is that on Preacher's Daughter, Hard Times, and my most played song on Willoughby Tucker's Nettles, obviously. I love Preacher's Daughter. I listened to it in October. I remember a very highlighted moment was when I went to my cousin's wedding in October, and on the drive there I listened to like the whole Preacher's Daughter album. So that was that. And then it was like after midnight going home from the wedding. We were going back to the hotel, and I was playing Ptolemea, and playing Ptolemea past midnight, walking back to the hotel. It was pitch black outside, but like the leaves were green because even though it was October, everything was very green. It was early October. That was a very special moment. Yeah, wow. And I think I definitely have ended up playing Preacher's Daughter a lot more than Willoughby Tucker, but not because I necessarily like it more. Maybe I do, honestly, but that's not why I played it more. I just feel like I first heard Willoughby Tucker in the summertime. Like in the summertime, like I listen to music if I'm like working out. Yeah, because I'm so strong. I feel weird saying I work out because like I like don't look. I don't look bad, but I just don't look like, ugh. Whatever though. Like in like the normal like year, I listen to music all the time because every morning when I have to like go and every like afternoon I have to come back home, there's just a lot more opportunities to listen to music than in the summertime. But I just love Preacher's Daughter. That it was really amazing. I don't really know what more to say. I thought this video was gonna be like funner, but all I feel like all I'm saying is just like, oh, I listened to it and I liked it. Like of course I did. Preacher's Daughter really had me in a chokehold, and like once again, like I like to have my moments with music. I listened to other music in September, and then that's when Preacher's Daughter like naturally came with American Teenager, and then like me wanting to hear the whole album. In the beginning of November, I kind of had like a very strong moment with Janie. Like Janie just came back to me and I was like, wow, Janie. Now it's a really more special song to me because I feel like when I first heard Willoughby Tucker, Janie, like I really loved it. I have that vivid memory of driving home from the beach with like playing Janie. I believe I already talked about it. I'm like burping. I'm sorry. I had soda and pizza. Okay, I'm good. But then I feel like Janie, I stopped listening to it like as much because I like listening to all the other songs of Willoughby Tucker. But I feel like that normally happens with albums because specifically for Preacher's Daughter, Western Nights, I feel like that song, when you first listen to the whole album, it doesn't stand out at all. Even though I would maybe argue that August Underground is in their kind of like shadow track, it still stands out because it comes after Ptolemea, and it's like the whole sequence, August Underground, Televangelism, like the end of the album. Western Nights is kind of after House in Nebraska, before Family Tree, and it's like, but I ended up having my moment with Western Nights in January, and it's a really nice song. It just it gets shadowed. It gets like hidden within the album. It's just in a weird spot, and it's not like the most memorable, but it's really good. I feel like that normally happens with a lot of albums where when you first listen to it, some songs just don't stick out until you get bored of the other songs and you realize this piece of gold has been here this whole time. Before I get into Perverts, because I did decide to listen to Perverts then in December, well, in late December. I actually listened to it on Christmas Eve for the first time, which was very interesting. Hopefully YouTube knows I'm talking about Perverts by Ethel Cain, and it's not like weird that I'm saying the word perverts a lot. Like, should I call it something else? Ashmedai? No. I don't even know what the Ashmedai project is. I just heard a reference in like some videos, 0.001. But my top tracks in the last 365 days, the ones that they show, Punish is the first one that comes from Perverts, but besides that, all of like the whole first page is all of Ethel Cain for the last year, and then Garden Song by Phoebe Bridgers is in there from now to a year ago, and I started listening to Ethel Cain in June. So it's basically like ever since I've known Ethel Cain up to a year, these are my top songs, and I'll say them because they're all from Willoughby Tucker and Preacher's Daughter. So Nettles number 1, 107 streams. Hard Times number 2, 78 streams. Garden Song, Phoebe Bridgers, 75 streams. That's the only non-Ethel Cain song that's in my top whatever. Dust Bowl, Ethel Cain, 73 streams. I feel like Dust Bowl, like, it hits when it hits, but when it doesn't hit, it doesn't hit. But then it comes... Yeah, that's my fat little white dog. Knock at the Door, 72 streams. Then Janie, 69 streams. And then F Me Eyes, 59 streams. I think F Me Eyes is only that high because it was a single, so I heard it like a lot before the album came out. Like, I like it, and I actually started having a little moment with it recently, but in general, I don't really remember it being like a lot for me out of the whole album. And then House in Nebraska, honorable mention after Punish with 53 streams. And then ICU, Phoebe Bridgers, and then Thirst Trap, Audrey Hobert. And I'll stop there. Actually, no, I won't, because then it's American Teenager, and then, I could read this forever, because Ethel Cain just keeps showing up, because she's been so prominent in my life the last year. Like, wow, I'm really glad to have discovered her. Okay, I actually like it with the light off better. I looked back at what I just recorded, and I feel like I came off as one of those people who don't really understand Perverts, and I just want to reiterate, not reiterate, because I didn't even really talk about Perverts too much. I'm going to talk about it now. I understand it, and I really love it. Like, I appreciate it. It's not like I'm listening to it and I'm like, oh, I'm not one of those people. And even if I was, that's okay, because it is very out there. My favorite songs are Punish and Amber Waves. Those are the two songs that are more like traditional songs in a way, because they like have more lyrics and stuff. And Vacillator too. Oh my god, Vacillator, wow. Amber Waves at the top, then Punish, and then Vacillator. But at the very top, maybe Punish Demo 2, if not like before Punish and between Amber Waves, because it's my vocal stem. I might even sing it now and try not to do it as a joke, because sometimes I'm like, wait, am I a good singer when I sing it? It's just embarrassing to like think you're a good singer and sing in front of a camera, but I'll do it. I loved an angel and it made me weak. Like, oh, I can't stop singing. It's so good. My Perverts experience. I feel, is YouTube gonna flag me for saying the word pervert so much? Hopefully it knows that that's an Ethel Cain album. Like, please, can the AI thing detect that? I don't want them to think I'm talking about some weird stuff. My experience with Perverts. I listened to it on Christmas Eve for the first time while I was folding my clothes before going to the Christmas Eve mass. The opening track, the title track, that one's a little, like, I didn't really understand it. It's not something I just would casually sit down to listen to. Like, the only songs I would like normally like have in my playlist from Perverts would probably be the three that I mentioned that are my favorites. I could appreciate the rest of the album a lot, especially if I just listened to it as an album in full. And How's the Psychotic Woman? That one's really good too. Wow. And what I do want to talk about, I guess I don't really need to be so clear cut about like my journey and how I listened to each track and what I thought in the moment, because honestly none of that really matters too much. Like, I should be saying more insightful stuff that like are actually is worth watching. So I'll say this: House of Psychotic Women. So at first I thought that it was the E was missing because it's House of Psychotic Women, but then someone said, like, I saw this thing where it was like, wait, it's an E and an A missing and somehow it represents Adam and Eve. I'm not sure if that's true, because it could be House of Psychotic Woman, or House of a Psychotic Woman. But then there would be two A's and one E, so the ratio wouldn't really be, I don't know, but it could be like an A and E thing. But the title is really a choice and I love it. It's like, it's cool. Honest, that song's amazing. I wanna know love, I wanna know what it feels like. Yeah, that song's really good. It's a great album, EP, I guess, technically. I'm kind of like upset or whatever because it won't be on my Spotify Wrapped too much, because I listened to it a lot in December and I continued listening to it a lot in the next year in January. I still keep listening to it, but like when I first hear an album that I really like, I listen to all of it a lot for like however long, like a week or up to a month around that time. But then after that, I normally just stick with certain songs at a time and they come back and forth. I have my all-time favorites and then like moments I have with other ones and then become favorites after like the other favorites go down a little bit because I play them so much. But like it's never like besides, actually I did have a whole full Perverts moment in like March when I was having an Amber Waves moment, which turned into the full album moment. I listened to it while I worked out and it was a very cool experience listening to like the title track and like listening to each song flow and just like reaching like a state. Like it was really it was special. I feel like I've talked about Perverts enough at this point. But what I forgot to highlight about Ethel Cain is that she also just introduced me to Searows, and he is amazing. Like, Death in the Business of Wailing is my top album this year so far because of Ethel Cain like introducing me to him, and that's an amazing album. But it's for winter, so I wouldn't recommend it now. But if you haven't heard it and you want and you do like Ethel Cain, you like that, like, you would definitely like Searows. And maybe for you, the seasons don't really matter too much when listening to albums. It's kind of different for me. Like, I feel like in the winter time, it's hard for me to like go with pop. I feel like standard like sad songs are my default. And then if I am like feeling happy for whatever reason, because my standard default is sad and depressed because I'm so emo. If I'm feeling happy for some reason, I will like pop songs. But in general, I like deeper songs. Whatever. I just wanted to mention Searows, so really love him. I tried listening to Guard Dog, but it didn't click when I tried to listen to it. It was also when Slater was getting popular. It was Coachella time, and I had my whole moment with Slater then. Like, hello, we gotta crank it. In March, I tried, actually no, I should go back to December before I even listened to Perverts. I tried to listen to Inbred, which I haven't completely listened to yet. I've heard so many snippets of Crush, but I haven't listened to the whole song in full yet. And I tried to start listening to Inbred. I tried to record a reaction video to it in December, but like it didn't end up going well, so I just like haven't listened to it since. I've only listened to Michelle Pfeiffer. Hopefully it's Pfeiffer. I think that's what it must be. And then I only heard that song, probably the second song, but I can't remember. Oh, Crush was the second song, right? I can't remember all of it. Like whatever, I'll have my moment with that whenever that comes to me. Right now I feel like I am due for Carpet Bed EP. Like for some reason it's calling my name. I feel like maybe June I'm gonna have my moment with it. But yeah, because right now I haven't really listened to an album in full since Worst Girl in America by Slater. And I tried to vibe with the Noah Kahan album, but that didn't really end up working out. I tried to record, actually it's a common theme, the albums I try to record a reaction video for but don't end up working, then I stopped listening to them. But then I ended up listening because I heard like the Orbiter trending on TikTok, like I'm an astronaut, you're the moon. So I like had to listen to that song, and I ended up listening to the song Dan, and I just had my whole moment with a few of the songs off the album for Noah Kahan. Whatever, knowing like this is Ethel Cain video. Did those fandoms really cross over? Probably not, because I'm so unique. I listened to Ethel Cain and Audrey Hobert, and I just had to get the Crush thing out of the Inbred thing out of the way. After that, I ended up in March trying to listen to Golden Age, and even though like I love Ethel Cain, I have to keep it real. Golden Age and me didn't really click, especially the first 3 songs off of the EP. I really loved Head in the Wall and Knuckle Velvet. Knuckle Velvet was my favorite, Head in the Wall my second favorite. And then the song Golden Age was good, but it isn't like so much to me. But the first other 3 songs, I was having like trouble because I'm like, do I want to save this to my library? Because I like half of the songs, but the other half I don't. So I decided not to save it to my library, because I'm gonna keep it real. When I like an artist, I'm not just gonna like everything they put out after that. Like I'm gonna like what I actually like. Also, I feel like now I'm just hating on what's it called, Golden Age EP, but I saw an alt cover for it where she's like in, I think it's the black and white one where she's in like the church room, and it's like her with like the bob and like a dress or something. That one was very nice. I'm gonna be honest, maybe part of like, because I feel like even though it shouldn't be a big deal, like actually it is, because like the way its whole aesthetic fits, I don't like, I'm sorry, I'm taking off my socks for some reason, and my feet are like a little like done with socks for the day. But I don't like the cover for Golden Age, which is actually something interesting. I wonder how much album covers influence like someone liking it. I wonder how the science behind that. I wonder if maybe if I liked the album cover, I would have like not minded it not liking the songs too much, and I would have learned to like them. Does that even make sense? I don't even know. I really don't know if that makes sense. And now I haven't really listened to any other Ethel Cain stuff besides what I already told you guys. I actually recently listened to Everytime, the Spotify single, the other night. That was really good. You know when music is like really strong, it provokes like a specific feeling. It's not something you listen to casually. That cover was very like haunting, and I'm not using that lightly. Like I genuinely mean it. It was like, wow. I actually didn't even like know that was originally a Britney Spears song. Okay, so now that I'm done talking about her music, I probably will still bring it up at some point. I'm gonna shift my focus to her YouTube account, because obviously I started a video with Hello Very Much, so her YouTube account has been a big inspiration for me to continue this YouTube channel, even though I know I started my first YouTube video. If you want to go see what that was, she didn't really have anything to do with that. But then as I'm looking, because I want to be serious about making videos, especially another one who really inspired me was her name's Marissa. Her handle's large ice mocha latte, I think. She's very real forward. She's amazing. If you like me, you'll probably like her a lot more. She's just really good. We'll go watch her. Like, click off this. Why are you watching me? Like, if you're really up to this point, like, I'm just like blabbering and I'm not even being funny. So like, why are you here? Wait, should I call it? Should I manifest this into the world? Maybe I'm gonna be famous one day and everyone's like looking back at like user 4s, or maybe I'll be going by my real name. But my real name is user 4. Like, obviously my parents at the hospital were like, yeah, user 4, this is my baby's name. / demo. That's not called a slash. Dash? Yeah, dash demo. Okay, anyway, maybe I'll be famous one day and people will be looking back at my old YouTube videos and be like, what did he post when he was like not famous? And then it'll be this, and like some random like fan of mine is watching this in like their bed at like 2 a.m. and they're like, wow, cool. Sorry, that's kind of a fantasy of mine. So like, if that is true and it's years later and you're watching this in your bed at 2 a.m., I'm saying hi to you specifically. Like, I know I don't know you, but we're connected somehow right now, and I feel your presence, and you feel mine. I'm giving you mine. So yeah, thank you. I love you. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, a little lightning outside. Where's my dog? She normally gets scared. If there's thunder, she'll be back here again. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to see her beautifulness. She's crusty. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Yes, Ethel Cain's YouTube, one of my big inspirations. The first like sit down YouTube video I kind of watched at first, even though I kind of skimmed her channel earlier, and like last summer when I was first getting to like her, I watched the I Hope I Die Before You whatever video of her and her boyfriend. They're really cute, like not gonna lie, like a couple of goals for real. Like they seem cute. He's like cute, she's cute, like they're cute, yeah. The first like sit down Ethel Cain video I watched was ASMR Is It Witchcraft, and I like loved that video. Like it had me like captivated in a chokehold. So then I decided to like look at her YouTube channel. I tried to watch the Smell Good video, but I didn't really like, it didn't click with me at that moment. But then recently I've been watching it the last couple nights. I like to watch it in my bed at night, but I get too tired and I go to sleep, so I don't really finish the whole thing. But I like to do that, and I've been watching it, and it's kind of what inspired me to make this video about how I discovered Ethel Cain. Because like she's just amazing. She could just talk. It amazes me truly, like how, because I know I'm gonna have tons of cuts throughout this video because I go on random like blurbs and I say like, and I just do weird stuff. She's just so effortlessly like just normal, not normal, but like she's fun to watch, but she's not boring, and she like talks about like, I don't know, like it's very, she's very articulate, and she has a sense of humor, and she like is good at staying on point. Like she doesn't and if she does sidetrack, like it makes sense and it's like good, and that's what I strive to be. I feel weird saying that because like I should try to be myself, and I am myself. I don't even see, like this is what I mean, like these are my problems. Like what am I like sitting in front of the camera and recording, so I have to think of more video ideas, but I really don't know what more I have to say for this video, because like what do I say? I already said everything. I liked all the albums, I mentioned her YouTube channel. I guess I have to end the video here, and I have to go to the torture of editing. Dog, come over here. No, okay. Thank you so much for watching. If you watched all the way to the end, this video is definitely gonna be one of my shorter ones, even though it's only my second video, but I don't think it's gonna be 40 minutes like my last video. I feel like in my last video, I recorded for 90 minutes and the video ended up being 40 minutes long. But I feel like in that video, there was a lot of dead space, but in this video, I tried to fill it up with good space. I feel like right now at the end, since I don't really have much to say, I'm just like, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like my last video was really good. Not really good. I feel like my last video, like I had a lot of like dead space, like because I ended up cutting more footage, like more than half of the footage, and ended up not being in the video. So hopefully that's not like that this time. But anyway, thank you for watching so much. My next video I think will either be my curl journey of accepting my curly hair and whatever, or I'll make a video about like how do people believe in God, because that's the thing that's on my mind. And not that I don't believe in God, I mean I don't think I do. That'll probably be my next video, and I'll talk about all that stuff and how I feel like religion is well, now I'm talking about it, but whatever. If you're interested in that, stay tuned for my thoughts on either my curly hair or just like religion and my personal experience with that, because I do have an experience, and I'm not just like some random person who's like, why do people believe in God? Like that's obviously like, not real. Like I promise that's not what I'm gonna do. It's so hard. Like I'm enjoying. Okay, whatever. Oh, sorry, I heard a bird and I thought it was a car engine. I was like, what? But anyway, okay. Thank you so much for watching this, and the gag is tea and the finnet is gat. On the gat is tea and the finnet is dead. Oh sis, I'm as dead as a chop. Also, I should include this. Next time you're having a fun, play Gibson Girl and then Vacillator on like a cue, and like striptease. Gibson girl, and then like get down like to that drum of Vacillator. Yeah, do that, and let me come back to this video and let me know how that goes in the comments, and you're welcome.